as soon as you have my contact information. Feel free to talk amongst yourself. Just remember, you're here on my name. Try not to kill anybody.
Of course. Have a good evening. So when Mr. Johnson leaves, obviously I look at the 4 team members and I look at the 3 credit chips in my hands, and I just give each one of you the 2,500 and don't keep any for myself. So each of you can add 2,500 new N to your cred sticks, and then when we finish the job, I'll take the last 2,500, and then we split the remaining 2,500 up between us, or use it to cover job costs. I don't know. My character's got money, so I'll give this money to you guys, and I'll say this is to cover costs for the job, and anything you've got left over afterwards is for you, basically.
Okay. Go ahead and make sure that Roo, his guy, somewhere that you give one to him. Okay. Give one to Sam and give one to
Takuma.
So you've all just earned 2,500 new N for sitting at a table with me. You're welcome, but it is meant to be used for job costs. And anything left over is yours. What I was thinking is we could go back to the apartment, go back to Eclipse's apartment, and have DR's character look into the Matrix to see if there's anything going on in relation to the sale of this.
I was going to suggest looking into where you get a player for one of these optical discs.
The way that I think we're still sat in the booth here, and I think the way Mr. Johnson was talking, it was kind of like his owner's the only one who's got a player for this thing. I don't know how easy it would be to find one.
This is
it's a rare item.
An antique disc. Incidentally, Takuma has a logic-based skill, knowledge skill in antique media. Right,
well, why don't we send you out looking for leads on antique disc players? They can't be that common.
Right now, Eclipse is putting her head in her hands, and she's just like, we've just got a job to do. We get the disc back, we get paid the rest of the money, and that's it. Nothing on that disc is going to interest us. We just do the job, quick, clean, and that's it.
Yes. So whoever's interested in buying the disc is going to need a player.
Yes. We need to know.
We're tracking the player to find the buyer.
Okay.
Takuma agrees.
The character that's sitting at the table with you is just sitting back in the corner enjoying the shit out of this.
Which again leads us to the player, because we think that whoever's buying it would have the player. So we would like to put the word on the streets that because we are so interested in antiques and quaint items, that we are seeking to buy an antique disc player. How does that sound?
And while we're doing that, I'm ask asking, around who else been looking for one.
Yeah, and I am making the suggestion to not Chaos, Eclipse, that we do that. Like I second Sam's thought and formulate the suggestion to Eclipse.
Okay, so Eclipse raises her head out of her hands, and she's like, okay, as long as we're not gonna invade anyone's privacy, we're just gonna get the job done. This sounds like a good way to figure out what's going on. We'll find who's buying similar players and track them down that way, I guess. That sounds like a good route to go. It's a good start.
And
small problem.
Takuma is going to suggest that we pretend that we are interested in buying a player, so that we would learn more of who might have got them in the process. So we are not going to ask about who bought it. We are going to ask about where to get it and how to get it.
Marcel's sitting in the corner, and he says, I can't touch anything other than my own shit without destroying it. However, I got a thing. The guy said that he didn't know what type of disc was stolen. It was out of a drawer of a bunch of old crap that was stored in there. So we don't even know what we're actually looking for as far as the disc type. I don't know if we're looking for Laserdisc, CD, Blu-ray. So if we start looking for everyone that's buying any old type of thing, we may bog ourselves down. I mean, feel free to run the search. It doesn't hurt anything, but we may end up bogging ourselves down since we don't even know what the disc is.
And Eclipse reminds everyone, like, time is of the essence. You heard him. He says he wants it back preferably tonight or tomorrow at the latest.
Where he did say it's music files of some sort. Probably not grandma singing. Sam, can you get on and see if there's somebody that knows anything about obscure music that might be of any value right now? Like, can anybody hack in and make old music disc for sale?
Yeah, you are the hacker of the team, DR.
Okay. Let's. How do I do this?
Have you got your deck with you? And is there a place in this small private room for him to jack in?
He always has his deck with him because he's a hacker.
Mm-hmm.
And with the VR system the way it is, the Matrix 2.0, he can hack in from anywhere. It's not like you had to have the old data jack.
Okay,
where
sweet.
It's VR now.
If he can hack in whether you're allowed to or not.
What his options right now are, he can backdoor through the club and hide himself in the club. He can hack someone else's comlink and do the search through them. He can do a lot of don't trace back to me kind of stuff from the location he's at.
But do not, and I look Sam in the eye. I say, do not go poking around in the Johnson.
I mean, you guys can absolutely see who your Mr. Johnson is if you want. A lot of that's poor etiquette, but it can be done. I mean, you can find out who it is that's hiring you pretty easy.
Yeah, I suppose that's handy if they end up screwing you over.
If we find out it's Renraku, job's off.
But you already took the money.
Shadowrun Creed.
That's your problem now, honey. We have a job to do.
I look at Tacoma, she says that to me as if she's reminding me of something I literally said 5 minutes ago. Like, we're just here to do a job, oh my god.
Anyway. Sam jacks in through somebody else's commune to hide his signal and scars the Matrix chat rooms for any talk of old audio discs.
While he's doing this, it's going to take about 10 minutes of game time. If you want to do something else, feel free. If you want to go hit the bar, you want to go tour the club, you've got about 10-15 minutes while he runs this search. He's just sitting there kind of glazed. The medic will sit and make sure, keep him covered if you guys want to go explore the club or do something different.
Eclipse just sits there for the most part, sipping her drink and looking over her notes.
Yeah.
That means it takes about almost an hour for him. It takes a lot longer. You guys are sitting there, it's like, Jesus Christ. it ends up taking about an hour. The drink lady comes by. If you drink, you're starting to get a little bit buzzed. The music sounds good. You're like letting her crack the door so the wall vibrates for you. But it takes about an hour.
Okay, so Sam has found out this Nebel guy has been offered the disc, and he's putting on a concert very soon in some back alley warehouse in Tacoma. So
yeah, that'll be tonight.
Tonight, okay. So my suggestion would be we sneak backstage and hack his comm unit and get his communication from the seller and try and trace the seller.
So we know Nabo doesn't have the disc right now.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
He's just been offered it. You don't know if he's interested in buying it or not, but at least get you the email trace basically back to whoever is selling it.
Okay.
So we have a lead on the
get
seller.
backstage and hack his comm leak.
And what's and does anybody know what Jet Black is, or does anyone really care what Jet Black is? Do we care about that?
He is rumored to have died, but may still be alive somehow.
Basically, like if Justin Bieber died tomorrow, but they did 40 years, all these women hear that he put out one more album, like the Tupac album. There was one more.
So he's like a singer-songwriter kind of dude as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically the same as if someone said there was a Tupac CD with a whole extra CD he never put out. That's what this is.
Okay.
And that's what Sam has found, is that's what this is. Only there's rumor out there that Tupac is still alive. He's not dead. Maybe Tupac wants his album back.
Okay.
Without
All right.
You know, so you don't know who your Johnson is, but you know at least now what's on the disc due to the extra conspiracy theory that Sam has.
Okay, so after I come back from checking on Gundar for like the 5th time, I've realised that Sam is out of the Matrix and we get all this information, and I'd sort of say good work, man. That's awesome. That gives us a good lead. So we're going to this live gig, and I glance at Tacoma and I'm like, in Tacoma.
Tacoma will empty her glass because she has taken a few extra because of her because of her racial abilities. Yeah, because the extra tolerance, she has had to have some extra drinks. And Tacoma is going to suggest that they split up, and she still has the overalls and the hard hat that she had before. She stashed them somewhere, and she has maybe she has extra. Anyway, Tacoma suggests that while some of them get into the club or get into the concert as guests, she's going to try to get backstage, posing as a maintenance or whatever. So basically,
Janitor.
Janitor, yeah.
Janitor.
So basically, she's trying to
When she said she's into orc rock, she's gonna be a groupie.
No, just no. No, she would rather.
We want someone with access to off-limits areas. Staff, in other words.
Yeah, but she's going to pose as maintenance or maybe comms technician, that sort of thing. Technician, janitor, not mingling with the band, but more like working with the building. Also,
right.
She can
It
be
is
a
just
little
come back
bit.
anywhere.
Maybe she's a little bit on the
Are you guys?
the tall side, but she can crawl through the vents better than the others.
Right. Are you discussing this plan at the table, or are you already enacting this plan?
I think we're still at the table at this point, and I
she's
listen to
teaching.
the plan, and I sort of I look over to Sam and I say, is there, if we get to this Nabo, do you have to make a connection, or is there a device we can steal that will link us back to the cellar? Like, how close do you need to be to get this information?
You're actually looking for the device. You can steal the device if you want, but you're looking for the device. If he's fast enough, he can hack it there and put it back. If he's not, you guys can steal the device and run with it. It's just after its comlink.
Well, how do you guys want to do this then? Steal the device or hack it remotely?
He has to actually touch it. You can't. Well, yeah, you probably can't hack it remotely.
Oh, okay. So, DR, you're going to need a way into backstage as well.
Yeah. So is this comlink is a palm device with a range of like 10 meters or so?
Yeah, you can probably hack it from outside if you were careful, but it'd be a lot harder.
So 10 meters range. Okay.
I just made that up. I don't know if that's the actual range.
Okay. Well, we'll run with it for now, I guess.
You won't know till you get there and see what device he's using. If it's a high-end one, you might be able to do it from 3 miles. If it's a shit box, you might be able to do it from inside the room.
Okay. Also, is there any way, Sam, you can hack it so some of us are on like a guest list, or some of us can just get in, and others have got like backstage passes and things like that? Is that
okay? So you want fake ID?
Freebie on that one. Samsung, maybe real quick. Uploads. This concert has been sold out. It sold out in like 10 seconds.
Oh shit. Okay.
Backstage
Meanwhile-
passes, everything sold out.